Hey there guys, Johnny here, bringing to you another episode of my Vainglory gameplay. This is going to be for update 1.14 and this is going to be for me playing CP Taka. Okay, so I think you've seen some of my other videos before, if you have, about CP Taka, and I think it's really strong in this particular meta because of his, his burst energy, especially if you build him CP, Shatter Glass and all that. His X-Red Suit is going to hurt a lot, but the problem is, the downside is his damage per second. He won't be able to clear farm as fast, and basically you'll be a one-trick pony in a sense, but a really good pony with the very good one trick. Yeah, so anyway, so I just want to tell you guys, sorry if the previous videos, the audio, it sounded like I'm speaking very softly. It's because I was, because usually there will be people at home, and I don't want to disturb them, so I'll be speaking a bit softer than usual, but now there's basically no one at home right now, so I can speak a bit louder so you can hear me now. I'm paired up with Joel in a jungle. She's playing the roam character, which I actually quite like the whole idea of, because think about it. Joel has natural resistance, natural armor if she's facing the opponents from the front and the sides. So that gives her a little bit more tankiness. At the same time, she has a stun, and so that's really, it's not one of those like stun only that comes from an ultimate or something like that. It's actually her B ability. So I feel that as a roam character, she definitely can, is quite viable. And on top of that, she can deal much more damage than a support character would, because of all her other A and C abilities. Is crazy. So yeah, I look forward to pairing up with Joel in this case. So what I do here is I buy, of course, I bought my crystal bits in the first place, and then I got some boots, because Taka, you always want to be mobile, you always want to get places fast. So I got my boots. So we're going to lane to help out our Ringo over here, since the other Ringo is kind of close by, and she does a beautiful jump right on top of Ringo, and I just go in and just clear up the mess. So great job by Jewel. So yeah, so in this case, okay, I want to talk to you guys about the benefits and the downsides of having a crystal Taka, which I think you guys would already know by now. But let's talk about it a bit further. So as building a CP Taka, you want to rush a Shatter Glass, because that will be your main. That's your money maker right there, right? So X-Red Suits, your Kaitens are going to do lots of damage. Not to mention your Kaku, the one that makes you disappear, is going to make you heal a whole lot more if you were to get that that Shatter Glass. Oh, once again, a beautiful jump there by Joel. Woo! Right on top of Koshka, right there. I mean, the timing couldn't be better. So nice job there, and we're just hiding for the time being, just to kind of like let the opponents know that we're there. So don't try to do something funny right there, and I go in and do something funny, and we all get out. Okay, so so like I said, Shatter Glass is definitely your money maker. Oh, once again, beautiful jump. I have to say it. Sorry guys, I have to say it. Oh wow. Okay. So, but we didn't manage to finish him off. And she pinged me. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't want to die by the turret too. It's not worth it, right? And I didn't have my Kaku ready at that time. I couldn't just poof in and just go in and then Kaiten him. I couldn't, because, yeah, sorry to Jewel right there, but you should understand me. I didn't have all my abilities up. This is where they got me to really low. I was like, get off me. But Jewel, once again, making a very good choice in jumping in when they were all focusing me. So Joel's really good at observing the fight. And that's what something all of us can learn. Like, if you see the enemies starting to focus another character of yours, another ally of yours, and you can think, maybe I can just poof in to take out one of them. And then get out again. So that's something you guys can definitely learn in terms of the in and out of battle, right? Because it's a little like a game, a seesaw game with your enemy. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go in and attack you, but the moment you focus me, I'm gonna pull out. And as I'm pulling out, and you're still focusing me, my other teammates will come in and take you out. So that's one tactic that I see a lot in not just in normal games that I play, but even in the international level. It's like it's like one of the main tactics you should use, because if you guys are just going to go in, hit in, and not going to care about your life and stuff like that, and you don't pull out, you're actually doing more harm to your team. You need to know when it's time to pull out. Don't go in all the way till you die, right? So, yeah, I rambled quite a bit there. So let's get back to topic here. Oh wait, maybe after this fight then. Or not, because nothing really comes out of this. Or does it? Yeah, so this is a little bit of like a standoff. So what Jewel does, once again, and what we do is very smart, is that we split. So they have a choice. Who do you want to go for, Jewel, or do you want to go for us? But the split was really effective, that we kind of like, lost the trail. But then we go back in again. And this time Jewel gets really low, but thankfully she has a jump. I Kaku out of the way. I just try to do some damage to Ringo, which does quite a lot. Half his life is gone right there, so it's pretty good. And Jewel's very close to death, but once again still escapes the clutches of death right there. And I go in there with another Kaiten, and I try to survive long enough. I probably die here, but it was gonna be worth it. Oh, I don't. I Kaku out. And I look at how much life I'm recovering right there, so like, yay, I can go in again. And thanks to them focusing me, Ringo is able to take out the other Ringo and do some more damage to the other team. So this is pretty good. It's once again, playing the little seesaw game with them. And it's great if you have a Taka, because he can just poof away at any second, and the enemies are left stranded. They're like, okay, what now? By the time they want to turn around and take on the other enemy, the other one of your allies, they're probably already half health, and you're in a great advantage. So that's the irritating thing about Taka. I must say that I hate playing against Taka, but I also love him for that same reason if I'm using him. So there you go. I'm building towards my Shatter Glass. Now, can I finally get back to topic here? So as I was saying, yeah. So if you were to go for this build, so you get your Shatter Glass, and then you want to get your Clockwork, because your Clockwork helps you to deal out your abilities much more often, and it gives you a better cooldown. Acceleration gives you more energy to use. So that's another money maker there. You get so many benefits in one item that is not exactly expensive. So Clockwork. And then maybe from there, it's up to you. You can build either Broken Myth if you feel that you need more damage and you think that the other team is building against you. You definitely want some armor, some Shield Pierce. And I mean, besides, Broken Myth is just super OP kind of item, right? I mean, like, the longer you are in battle, the more. But for this particular build, as a Taka burst build, you may not stay in battle that long, so it may not be as effective. Now, here's the other thing. So I want to discuss it with you guys, because as you know, a weapon powered Taka, you can stay in battle, just keep, just running around the enemy and just keep slicing them with your crits and stuff like that. And what? I mean, no crits. I mean, just keep dealing damage with them with your basic attacks, and you'll be so deadly. Especially with Kaiten as well. Kaiten's gonna hurt a lot. But because you don't have that in Crystal Power, you have to compensate that with something. I was thinking a few possible builds, which I don't really do here, but there's a few possible builds. Is to build either a tension bow early in game, so that you're not exactly a late game hero anymore. Because for Crystal Power Taka, you are usually a late game, because your clearance is slow. I mean, your jungle clearing is slow and all that. But if you have that tension bow, you up your damage of your X-Retsu, your Kaitens, or even your basic attacks. Then you work towards your Shatter Glass. So you go Tension Bow first, and then go Shatter Glass, and this all together will add up to a huge amount of burst energy. So that's what I'm thinking, is to compensate for your early game, and then give you a more stable power curve, and also at the same time allows you to clear the jungle a bit faster than you otherwise would. The other one was to be, after building Shatter Glass, you go for an Alternating Current, because Alternating Current, it's a ratio. It gives you your every other attack gives you a particular crystal power ratio on it. So it's very good for. I managed to take out the Koshka there with my bleed. Yeah, so it gives you a crystal power ratio. So once you've built your Shatter Glass, you have huge amount of crystal power. So when you build an Alternating Current, you're gonna be hitting very hard on your basic attacks too. So that could be another build. So that way when you fight, you don't necessarily have to just poof out of there, because you now have your basic attacks that you can just lay on the enemy, instead of just having to just go in there with X-Retsu and the Kaiten and then just poof away again. You know what I mean? You could stay in there. You have the option of staying in there. So that's another thing I was thinking about. I haven't actually got down to trying it. Maybe if I have the chance, and once again, this is the big if I have the chance to go for another crystal power Taka, I may try an alternating current or either the tension bow build. Let me know, guys, what you feel is the best for this character. What should I build for the next one if I had the chance, and what would you like to see? So here we are in another fight. They almost take the gold mine, but I go in there again. I shouldn't have, perhaps. I just took the life there. I took my own life there. But hey, look at the bright side. I made Ringo waste his ultimate. So always take little victories from your battles, guys. Yeah, I made Ringo waste his ultimate there. Yeah, big deal, right? Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so good thing is that we got the gold mine, and we've got a lot of we managed to take the gold, and I mean, and Joel didn't die, although I thought she was gonna die, so that was good. And my Ringo needs help, so I didn't need to get there as soon as I can. So I use my Kaku to just get into the fight. I want to see who's low here. I'm going in for Koshka, and then Ringo, and then I'm just running away again. So that's the thing about Taka. If you don't have his clockwork, there's not much you can do. You have to really poof out for a long time before you can come back in again. But hey, I got my next point in my X-Retsu, so I'm going to do even more damage now. I'm going to puff in there. I'm going to see what's going on, and I'm just going to do the X-Retsu onto the fortress over here. We finish him off barely, and here we go, back to farming again, I suppose. Yeah, so not really. I'm just following Joel into the lane just to make sure we clear the lane and release some pressure on the lane as well. Since Ringo is going back, we can just take his farm. So I'm going with my X-Retsu here, just going to make sure the bush is safe, and I'm just waiting here just for an opportunity to go in onto one of these characters. So once again, it's all about stealth when it comes to Taka. You just, hide somewhere. When it's time, you go in with an X-Retsu and just get out of there as soon as you can. So once again, X-Retsu, going there, Kaiten, sometime now, and finish them off. And I still have my Kaku. I can do it anytime, and I use it right now because I see the wolf chasing after me. So I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. Let's not try to fight into this, because it could be potentially dangerous for us. We'll be bleeding and stuff like that, so we don't want to do that. So okay, once again, hiding in the bush, just waiting. Oh, I'm just wetting my lips right here for this Ringo. So we get Ringo. Ringo gets Ringo. I thought I got him. Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. And once again, I'm tripping all the scout traps here, taking lots of damage. And fortunately for me, I pop my potion, I think. And then I get some health back. And once again, if you're low, it's okay. I can go into Kaku mode again. And then I'll just recover some life, right? So that's the cool thing. Okay, who do I go for? I want to go for Fortress because he's like half health now. And thanks to the stun, we get him off. Okay, we take him out, and once again, still waiting in the bush. So this is what we want to do. We want to put the pressure on the team. They don't know where we are. They don't have a contraption to check on us. So it's great for Taka. An enemy team that does not have a flare or a contraption is like God sent for Taka, because that way they'll never see me coming. They won't know where I went. Right, so that's the thing. Alright, so yeah, so here's the thing about jungle clearing, right? You're gonna need to use your abilities a lot for the enemy. Look at how much damage I'm doing to the minion and how much damage the minion is doing to me. It's like half health, man. So that's one of the frustrating things, because I think maybe for the whole of this match, I wasn't really getting a lot of farm, because I was more focused on taking down the enemies, that I didn't have a lot of farm. And not having a lot of farm means I won't get to buy a lot of items, so I'm struggling to even get to my clockwork, much less getting some sort of alternating current or whatever. So that's the problem. And I get locked down here by Koshka. This spells the end for me. But once again, looking at the little, like, the bright side of every battle, we managed to take out the Ringo again. So, yeah, so, at least they focused on me, and while my other teammates can just go in there and just clear up the mess. Yeah, that's what I do. That's my specialty, right? So okay, so here I'm thinking of a next item here. I'm contemplating what should I build towards, and I decide, okay, I'm gonna build another crystal power item. Most likely, I was thinking of going for the broken myth. Yeah, just so that I can deal much more damage along the way. Yeah, because broken myth, you can go in for a few seconds. Like you do your X Retsu and Kaiten, that would take about 3 seconds or so in battle. So you got 3 stacks, right? And the 3 stacks won't fall off too fast yet. You can do a Kaku, and then you can come back in before the three stacks fall off, because now with the clockwork, it's possible for you to go in with another X Retsu within 6 seconds. So by then maybe you will lose maybe 1 stack of your broken myth, and you can go in again and keep going and going and going. So oh yeah, of course, once again, in that case, broken myth is not exactly the most effective item, but it works still, right? At least it gives you some of the shield pierce in case they are defending against me. And if they're not defending against me, good luck. I'm going to do so much damage. So here we are, just trying to put the pressure on the lane. Stupid dog. Sorry guys, I'm a dog lover, really. It's just, you know. Yeah, so I'm just checking the builds, making sure that there's nothing else we should look out for. This Ringo's nice enough to let me have the farm here, so I was like, thank you. It's nice, so sweet. And yeah, so here we are. I'm gonna get my piercing shard. Yeah, that's what I want to get. Okay, to be honest, guys, I didn't really put much thought into this. Maybe I should have thought a bit carefully about what I want to build next. I don't know if the broken myth was really necessary, because it's not as though they were really defending hard against me. Or were they? So I'm going in here. I see Joel jumping in. She needs help. She gets locked down by Koshka, but I turn my focus to Ringo, because I want Ringo to be out of this battle, because Koshka is also another so-called one-trick pony, in the sense that she goes in with her ult and she does a little twirly thingy, and then that's it, right? She has to run away. And the thing is that my Joel is tanky enough to take all that. So, but the one person you should be worried about is the person who can the longer stays in there. The longer he stays in there, will do more damage, and that is Ringo, because he has the weapon power. So you want to take him out first, before he does any more damage. So that's why I focused on him as quickly as I can, to make sure he's out of focusing Joel, so that Joel survives long enough to take on Koshka by herself. So that was what I was trying to do. So okay, getting boots that will give me some health and some speed, and we're going for the I don't know if this is the final battle, but we get quite a major push out of this. So once again, Kaku going in for Ringo, because I want him so bad, and they slow me down so much, and I'm like, get out me! I'm gonna Kaku out of here. Goodbye. I turn around, I U-turn, I go in for one of them again, once again doing my damage. Ooh, and I die from it though. And I was like, Joel, get out of there. We don't want to name the ace. No, no, don't do it. And but Joel still goes in. Ah, boy. And I think Joel dies from this, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, we didn't really get much of a push. I thought I did. I thought we did. We did 2 turrets though, which is pretty good. But Joel dies from it, and they get the ace. I'm like, oh man. Okay, well, unfortunate, yes, but at least they are in their half, and it's 9 seconds till I come out, so it's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okie dokie. Ooh, interestingly, Koshka built a Shatter Glass. Not a bad item, I would say. Definitely not a bad. Shatter Glass is never a bad item. But usually the first item on Koshka would be an Aftershock. But it's good she's not building an Aftershock. Phew! That way she'll be doing more damage, and abilities will be up faster, so we don't want that. Yeah, I was just helping out Ringo there. I wasn't trying to steal his farm or something. Yeah, he knows that. He knows it! We're all good, we're all good. Okay. Once again, going into the battle. Let's see what we can do here, guys. Yeah, okay. So, here we go. We are going to just push lane as fast as we can. they are really out of position. You think about it, they are miles away from the next turret. So we could definitely push. So I think I want to go in. I go in for Koshka. I was hoping my team will get the Q, so I Kaku out of there. They get ready for the next attack. I am already getting ready my next X-Retsu. But first of all, we can get rid of these. And they push. I don't know why they want to push towards our turret. This is such danger. They're now, look at them. They're miles away from the next turret. And I go in and I just keep, and I X-Retsu a minion. I'm like, what? What did I just do there? And whoa, I saved my life. Oh, look at that. I'm using my Kaku. I was like, woo, that was close. Okay, so then again, I wait for my next Kaku and I poof again to get myself health back. So cool, isn't that cool? So yeah, now I'm ready to fight again. So, I X-Retsu'd a minion. Oh man. I was like, Ringo, you're mine, because I got my next X-Retsu up. And I was like, definitely, he's gonna go down. But, oh man, that was such a big mistake, man. Okay, so we're jumping out of there. We're like, what are you doing, Joel? Get out of there. Yeah, okay, so we do not want to engage, not with the turrets there. Not with the turrets. We want to engage in the whole strip of the lane where they don't have any turrets. That's where we want to do it, because they have to run, and they have to run a long way before they get us. I think it was pretty dangerous here because we were worried that the enemies were going to come after us from there. So we backed out. Right. But we definitely needed to push, so we want to get... at this time, I was thinking maybe we should get our own minion mine, because they have one and we have none, and we have used this opportunity to push into the base. And yeah, there we go, we get it. So at least that way we make sure that the lane is fairly stable. It won't eventually end up at our turret. Yeah, that's always good. So the wolves are out. What for? I think I was suspecting they were trying to take a Kraken or something like that, but it can't be. I don't know if Kraken's up already. So I don't know what that ultimate was for. Alrighty. I think they were just a bit scared. They just wanted to know where we are. So now that they know, and perhaps they won't see us coming this way. Oh, maybe they did, unfortunately, and it did again. Nice scout trap placement there by that by fortress, by the enemy fortress. So what we're doing is just we're trying to look for them. Like, where are you? Remember, I saw Kraken a minute ago. Nothing was happening there, right? Okay, now watch this. So we go up the lane. We're like, where the heck are they? They're not at lane. They're not the Kraken. And then we're thinking, maybe we should go back to the jungle. Something's wrong. Something's happening here. And before, let's see. And next thing you know, pa-boom! They got the Kraken. I was like, what? Like, how did they get the Kraken? Okay, nonetheless, we're going in for a fight, man. And I go in with an X-Retsu on Koshka. And Koshka locks down our Ringo, but we still manage to do some damage over here. My X-Retsu up in 1 second. I take out the enemy fortress, and then I go in for a Kaiten on the Ringo. I need to get out desperately, but unfortunate for me, I die. But okay, so here we go. This is Ringo versus Joel. I thought she'd be able to pull this off, but not, because she's built as a support and not as a damage dealer, and she dies, and they get ace. Shucks. So, okay, never mind. I'm just gonna get myself an Aegis. I want to block that Koshka's ult, or potentially even Ringo's ult. So that's what I want to get. Come on, get it already. Okay, there we go. So, there we go. And the Kraken is just helping himself to our turrets. But thankfully Ringo is out, and he'll be able to at least take down the Kraken soon. And I come on as well, so it's good. So here I am. As you can see, the enemy Ringo, he comes out, and okay, in that case, he presents himself, and we're just gonna take him out like that. So, okay, thank you for the free kill. Why would you want to do that? Like, you need to keep track of the timer there, and know that Taka is around. You need to make sure that it's safe before you go in like that, especially if you're just by yourself. So, okay, we got 500 gold from the Kraken, and I'm just gonna get myself a Crystal Infusion. Yeah, because I know we're gonna fight, and I want to fight hard. So I got myself the Crystal Infusion, and we're going in for our next fight. We could actually potentially just push into base right now, to be honest, because I don't think they have much turrets left. Yeah, I think maybe one at most. So here we are, just searching for them. It's like, where are you? So I say we should push. We should at least push the minion mine then, because we want a turret. We want our lane to be pushed too. Okay, so alrighty, and in that case we'll take the lane, and we'll push the lane. And I really don't know what we did here. Sorry guys, this was recorded some time ago. Forgot what we did. I only remember some highlights here and there. But I think a team fight is coming up very soon. Just watch this. So the wolves come out. Okay, we know. They're looking for us. We're looking for them. We know now. I wait for Joel's cue to go in, and she goes in with a jump right over the wall. So I'm like, okay, here we go. I go in for the Ringo. They lock me down again. Check this out. I'm so low here. I kaku out of the way. And then I turn around to take on the Koshka just as Joel jumps on her. Great play by Joel. She noticed that I was in trouble. She jumped on Koshka right at the right time. And so happens I had my X-Retsu ready again. I was thinking I should turn around. Now, if I had made the mistake of running away and just because I'm scared of my life, I think Koshka would have taken out our Joel as well. So thankfully, I managed to make the decision to turn around. So here's the score. I got 7 kills, 4 deaths, and 8 assists. Ringo was great. 13 kills, only 3 deaths. Great play by Ringo. And of course, you can see Ringo is freaking built, man. Look at that. I mean, he has 4 tier 3 items for damage. And I only have like, what, 2? So great farming by Ringo to get the damage down. So looking at Koshka's build, she finally got the Aftershock, but that was a second CP item, which was not necessarily the best idea. And then the other Ringo was super underfed with only almost half the farm of our Ringo, and that's why he can only afford the 2 items, and that is why he didn't really do a lot of damage to us as he otherwise would. So that's the score. So hopefully you like the gameplay for CP Taka. Is one of my favorite builds right now. But let me know, guys, which is better, a tension bow CP Taka or a CP Taka with the alternating current? Or is there another build that I don't know of? Maybe some of you say Aftershock. Hey, adds more burst. So let me know, guys, and I'll see you next time for my next Vainglory gameplay video. Take care.